Imagine standing on the surface of an alien world. The ground beneath your feet isn't Earth. The sky above isn't our familiar blue. And that crimson orb hanging low on the horizon isn't our sun. You've traveled 4.2 light years from home. You're standing on Proxima Centauri b, the closest known exoplanet to our solar system. And you're about to discover why surviving here would be one of humanity's greatest challenges. The journey to reach this world would be extraordinary in itself. At our current fastest spacecraft speeds, it would take over 70,000 years to reach Proxima Centauri. Even with theoretical near-future propulsion systems, we're talking about decades of travel through the void of interstellar space. But let's say we made it. Let's say you're the first human to set foot on this alien shore. What would you experience in those first crucial moments? Your first sensation might be the wind, not a gentle earth breeze, but potentially a constant, punishing gale. Proxima Centauri b is tidally locked to its star, meaning one side always faces the scorching heat of Proxima Centauri, while the other remains in perpetual frozen darkness. This temperature difference would create atmospheric currents unlike anything we experience on Earth, massive, unending wind systems that transfer heat from the day side to the night side. And speaking of Proxima Centauri, there it hangs in your sky. Not yellow-white like our sun, but a deep, smoldering red. This M-dwarf star is smaller and cooler than our sun, but don't let that fool you. What it lacks in size, it makes up for in temperament. Proxima Centauri is a flare star prone to sudden, violent eruptions that release enormous amounts of energy and radiation. Unlike Earth, protected by our magnetic field and atmosphere, Proxima b might not have these defenses. If you arrived during one of these stellar tantrums, you'd be bathed in deadly radiation. Your suit might protect you temporarily, but the planet itself would bear the full brunt of these stellar outbursts. These flares don't just happen occasionally, they're a regular feature of Proxima Centauri's existence. Scientists have observed flares that briefly make this dim star one of the brightest objects in Earth's night sky, increasing its brightness by 68 times in just a matter of seconds. But let's assume you've timed your arrival between flares. What kind of world spreads out before you? The landscape might be eerily familiar, yet profoundly alien. Proxima b receives about 65% of the energy Earth gets from the sun, but most of it comes in the form of infrared radiation rather than visible light. Your eyes would struggle to adapt to this different light spectrum. Colors would appear muted, strange. The world might seem to exist in a perpetual sunset, bathed in crimson hues that never quite reach the brightness of an Earth day. Water is the foundation of life as we know it, and astronomers believe Proxima b may exist in the habitable zone where liquid water could exist. But what form might that water take? If the planet has enough water and the right atmospheric pressure, you might see oceans, but not the blue expanses of Earth. Under the red light of Proxima Centauri, these seas would appear almost black, absorbing the infrared radiation that dominates this system. Along the Terminator line, the boundary between eternal day and eternal night, you might find the most Earth-like conditions, where temperatures could potentially support liquid water. But the chemistry of any water here would be unlike Earth's. Different dissolved minerals, influenced by Proxima's unique radiation environment, might create toxic brines rather than life-supporting waters. Take a drink without thoroughly testing it first, and you might not survive to explore further. The atmosphere, if it exists at all, presents another challenge. Computer models suggest several possibilities. Proxima b might have a thick atmosphere that distributes heat effectively between its day and night sides. Or it might be a barren, airless world like Mercury, or something in between. If there is an atmosphere, its composition would determine your fate. Oxygen-rich like Earth, unlikely. Carbon dioxide like Venus or Mars, possible. Or something more exotic, methane, ammonia, or compounds we wouldn't expect. Without the right breathing equipment, your first breath of Proxima b's air could be your last. And then there's the gravity. Proxima b is believed to have a minimum mass about 1.3 times that of Earth. Depending on the planet's composition and density, you might feel significantly heavier here. Each step would require more effort. Each item you carry would weigh more. Even your own body would strain against this increased pull. Hours into your exploration, fatigue would set in faster than on Earth. Your muscles and skeleton, evolved for Earth's gravity, would protest against this heavier world. Long-term survival would mean adapting to this constant strain or developing technologies to compensate. But perhaps the greatest challenge to your survival wouldn't be physical, but psychological. Imagine living under a red sun that barely moves in the sky. Imagine never experiencing the cycle of day and night that has synchronized Earth's biology for billions of years. Our bodies and minds are tuned to Earth's 24-hour rotation. Our circadian rhythms, our sleep patterns, our very perception of time is based on this fundamental cycle. On a tidally locked world, this rhythm vanishes. Your body would struggle to determine when to sleep, when to be alert. This constant disruption would affect your mood, your cognitive abilities, your immune system. If you settled in the Terminator zone, that narrow band between eternal day and eternal night, you might establish artificial day-night cycles. But you would never experience a sunrise or sunset. The stars would never wheel overhead. Proxima Centauri would hang forever in the same position in your sky, a constant reminder that you're not home. And what about life? Could anything native exist here to greet you or threaten you? If life evolved on Proxima b, it would be adapted to conditions utterly alien to Earth biology. It might use different amino acids, different genetic material, different metabolic pathways. It might perceive the world through senses evolved for Proxima Centauri's infrared-dominated spectrum. Contact with alien microorganisms could be deadly, either to you or to them. Your immune system would have no evolutionary history with Proxima b's potential pathogens, and conversely, Earth microbes that traveled with you might devastate any local ecosystem. Music builds to climax. Yet despite these challenges, the radiation, the gravity, the alien environment, there's something profoundly moving about the possibility of standing on Proxima Centauri b. This is the closest exoplanet to Earth, our nearest neighbor in the vast cosmic ocean. A world that, despite its differences, might share some fundamental similarities with our home planet. If we ever develop the technology to reach it, Proxima b will likely be humanity's first destination beyond our solar system. The knowledge we gain there would transform our understanding of planets, of habitability, of our place in the universe. Surviving on Proxima Centauri b would require everything humanity has learned about adaptation, about technology, about perseverance. We would need to create environments that shield us from radiation, that provide Earth-like air and water that compensate for the higher gravity and different light. We would need to become a truly spacefaring species, capable of living not just on Earth, but of making homes among the stars. The challenges of Proxima Centauri b aren't reasons to abandon our dreams of reaching other worlds. They're invitations to innovation, to advancement, to evolution. They remind us that the universe isn't designed for human comfort, but that humans have always adapted to new frontiers. So perhaps the question isn't whether you would survive on Proxima Centauri b. Perhaps the real question is, how would Proxima Centauri b change what it means to be human? Don't forget to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.